Adrianna from Starbound Prosperity. Right now, today, let me just close this real fast. I'm going to be showing you the situation this month. So for December, we overspent. Not surprised because we actually are on one income. So my husband doesn't have any income right now, so I'm the only one bringing in anything, and that just basically covers the bills. So we went to see my in-laws, and my husband wanted to spend some money on clothes for me. He just wanted to basically give me a Christmas present preemptively. So I did get some clothes. And so basically everything is wiped out. So just so you know, let me just maybe introduce myself a little bit. I'm 27, I live in the Southwest, and I've been married to my husband for going on 4 years. We're a COVID couple, at least a COVID marriage. We live in like a larger apartment. We have 3 bedrooms, and we basically did this as an experiment to see if we liked the space, and so far we love the space, and which means that the rent is higher. So when my husband decided to leave his job, we have some substantial savings in order to do that. So that is our situation right now. We went into the holidays with only one income, so that's the situation. We have overspent money and that's what this is right now. Pardon the train. So basically, like I said, December is done. All of everything is spent out of here. And as I go through each category, when I'm putting back everything, I'll tell you what happened. So we took some money from savings so we could brunt all of the bills for January, because I made the mistake of budgeting like there were 3 paychecks in January, but there was actually only going to be 2. So that was my fault. And so basically my husband and I made a decision to just take some money out of savings, and the money out of savings would cover some of the credit card spending we did, and also all of the bills for January. So that's what's here. It's a combination of our savings and the money I just got paid on December 27th. So I'll count that right now with you. I'm not actually sure what the total is, but I did go like bill by bill, so kind of knew what was going on. So let's see. I don't know if I should count it this way or a different way. I'm still new to this. And yes, this is afternoon coffee, but luckily enough I drink decaf, so it's not too big of a deal. So we have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 3,100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. So 3,000, oops, here we go. 3,700, let me just move this out of the way. So 3,700, let me just put that back so I don't get confused. 3,700, 800, 900, 3,900, 20, 40, 60, 80, 4,000, 4,000. So that's what's in here. 4,000, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 4,100, 20, 'Correct? Am I correct? Oh my gosh. That was 3,000. 3,900, 20, 40, 60, 80, 4,000, 4,020, 40, 60, 80, 100, 4,100, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 4,170, 20, 40, 60, 80. Oh my god. 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's 4,180, 81, 82, 83, 84. 4,184. Let me make sure that's right. Alright, hopefully my camera didn't move too much, but that is correct. It is $4,184 that we're going to be putting back into our wallet for January. Right now it is December 30th, so there is some wiggle room here, and that's why we're gonna be doing things a little bit differently this next month or until the new year, right? Because it's New Year's Eve, blah blah blah, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of purchases could happen, so, or at least maybe 1 or 2 purchases that aren't usually in our budget would happen. So we're gonna be doing that. And for those of you that are probably new, because right now currently I don't have too many subscribers, so I just started this. But all of my cash envelopes are in Spanish, so I'm just gonna go through this. But right now we're going to put $2,069 in rent. Like I said, this is pretty high right now because we have a larger apartment. So this would include rent, water, sewer, trash, and renter's insurance. So $2,069. I'm doing placeholders for 2,000, and then 69, that's actually gonna be 20s. So 20, 40, 60. And then 9 will be a 5 and 2 2s. So in renta, which is rent in Spanish, we'll have 1,000, 2,000, 20, 40, 60, 65, 67, 69, 2,069. Here in renta. I'm not used to opening these very much. We currently are all digital, but I did want to start this so we're kind of held accountable for our budget more. And also it's just nice to handhold and see like what exactly we're spending day in and day out, even if it's just with play money. And I actually did want to just put this in here just for the new year. It says pressure makes diamonds. Next year I really want to be more goal oriented with our income, just to put that into the universe. I want to make this kind of like the theme here, and this is by Breathe and Budget. I thought it was cute. I'll put it in there. And then sustento, which is our groceries or comestibles. We didn't put comestibles necessarily because our groceries can be mixed with DoorDash purchases or going out purchases depending on the week. We are somewhat close to a grocery store, but we don't always use the grocery store as our groceries. So that's why sustento is sustento. It means sustenance in Spanish. So we made it kind of generic. So we're not pressured to necessarily put all of it towards a grocery run. But it would still be like, if we're really hungry and there's no grocery store in sight, this is the envelope that we pull from, you know? All right, so sustento is actually going to get 600 because we're rolling over 200 from my paycheck in December because I'm not going to get paid until January 10th. So that's why there's a little bit of a wiggle room there. So I'm taking 200 from the paycheck that I just got, and then 400 for like preemptive January, and we might put some of that into savings just because 600 is a lot for us. So anyway, let's see. So for 600, we're going to take out a little bit less than just hundreds, or the denominations, I mean. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hundreds. And then 320, so it'll be 560. And then 2 tens. So that'll be 80. And then 85.90. And this is where it gets interesting. So I have these $2 bills, which are kind of fun. So it's already at $5.90, so it'll be 3 twos, so it'll be $6 more. So $5.92, $5.94, $5.96, and then ones, it'll be 4 ones. So $5.97, $5.98, $5.99, 600. So it'll be all these smaller denominations here. And I'm still getting used to doing this money, so it might take me a minute. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 520, 540, 560, 570, 580, 585, 590, 592, 594, 596, 597, 598, 599, 600. So 600 in sustento. And I'm actually gonna put one of these little big paper clips here. Because I am going to be unstuffing some of these week to week. I just was a little bit slow with it this month because just the holidays kind of got to me. So, servicios, this is our utilities envelope. So this will include electricity, internet, and our DoorDash subscription. That's the only subscription we have, and we do use it regularly. So that all in all would be $190 this month, this next coming month, because our electricity came in at only $90, which is really nice. And then internet is $90, and then DoorDash is basically $9.99, so it's $10. So like I said, we're gonna put $190 in here, and that'll all be kind of separated. So it'll be 250s, $420s, right? Yeah. 420s. And then a 10. So it'll be there we go. So it'll be 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. So 190 in servicios. It's not bad for the winter time. Casa is basically the home or the house, and for the next month we put in $100 for anything other than regular bills. So I split that into two. So it'll be Casa gets 50. So we do want to get like another financial planner, meaning like an actual physical planner for the next coming year. So I did want to put a little bit of money towards that, just in case, you know, it's more than it's more than $20. And then any toilet paper or basic stuff like that. So that's good. And then Salud is not gonna get anything because we overspent a lot in December. Like I said earlier in the video, my husband put in some I owe us money. So he wanted to get me clothes that I don't normally get. I have I don't have a lot of t-shirts anymore, so I bought t-shirts and then like a jacket, and then he got me some nails, so that was pretty cool of him. I had a vision board. I know this is off topic, but I started a vision board this year, and I don't usually do that, but I feel like I'm getting old enough where I feel like maybe people do it in their early 20s or teens, but like I never actually did a vision board, so I thought it was kind of fun. So I did one this year, and I just wanted to show you. So one of them, you can already tell that it's about nails and basically just like putting more effort into the way that I look, because at 27 years old, I still feel like I kind of slump around with my wardrobe and I don't really have a lot of clean looking outfits. So I wanted to put more effort in the way that I looked and the way that I like came across. So that's why the nails are there. And so ergo, like, you're gonna see these a lot more. And plus, like, doing these videos kind of helps me keep myself accountable and not feeling like, you know, I just rolled out of bed. So that's kind of part of it too. And then also, like, I want to get a raise or more money in general, so I put money and then keys. Like, we don't currently have a car, or own a home, so I just wanted to put like generic keys in there just to kind of, you know, invigorate myself to achieve more material gains. This is also has to do with the pool, and like people have to do with friends. I don't currently have like really any friends, so it's also a thing. And then just being more self-focused. I feel like when you're married at a young age, where I was married at 22, I feel like you kind of lose yourself pretty easily to the other person. So especially if you're a woman in the relationship, in a heterosexual relationship. So I just wanted to put more effort into like making my own piece, making my own little section of the world, and I kind of wanted to put that into my vision board. So anyway, I'm gonna put more effort into the way that I come across, so ergo like nails, better clothes. So it was really nice of my husband to just be like, hey, just buy whatever you need right now, and I'll front it with whenever I start making money, whenever I start getting a different job, blah blah blah. So that was really cool of him. So that's why Salud, basically health, wellness, clothes, jewelry. It's not getting anything, nada, for January. We're all good there. And then Amor is gonna get 50. Amor is love. And I just wanted to get a little something for us, just in case, you know, we want to go out. So that's nice. And Celebración isn't getting anything. And basically, yeah, Flight's not getting anything. Emergencia is fully funded. Emergencia is our emergency fund. It has 30 grand right now, $30,000. And we might have to bump that up just with inflation, but right now that's good with us. And don't be scared about that number. Like, I know people are like, wow, 30,000, like that's so amazing, like that's crazy. Like, when you don't have a car loan, when you don't have student loans, when you don't have like large bills when it comes to like daycare expenses and all that, like if you have kids, it's actually pretty easy to gain that amount of money in your bank account. And we have a high savings rate, or a high interest savings rate in our accounts. So I think it's like 4% or a little bit over 4%. So that's why we felt comfortable putting this money in here, because we do earn money off of it. But yeah, don't be afraid of this. Like, we don't make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. We were making a good chunk of money for maybe like two years or so, but it doesn't take too much, especially if you don't have high bills. This took us rounding out 4 years to get to where we are now, so don't be afraid of that number. But yeah, that's 40 grand, oh my gosh, 30 grand for our emergency fund. And then our project fund was at 41,800, but we did splurge a little bit, like I said, and my husband started an iOS fund. So this is not over 40 grand anymore. It is now $39,040. So not too bad. This project fund is mainly for like a property investment, maybe a mortgage in the future, but right now we're not super confident with purchasing anything, especially like a car either. So we're just leaving it in here. So cumulatively we have around 70 grand in liquid cash, but we just want to keep it because it's weird. Like, back in the day when we first started these goals, like not even 5 years ago, like we thought like 10 grand was a lot. But now that we're in this moment, like for example, our emergency fund used to be 10 grand and that was it. And then like this year happened, and you know, eggs were like $8 and they still are like $8. And we were like, you know what, let's bump it up. So we took out from what we had in our project and just put we had this at 10 grand for like two years, and then, or like we saved it up, you know what I mean? Like we saved up 10 grand and then we kept it there for like over a year and a half. And then this year, at the beginning of this year, that's when we decided to make it 30 grand. So we took out a big chunk of money from this before it became what it is now. So don't be afraid of just like starting where you are. And if 10 grand is a lot of money for you, like make that your goal, you know what I mean? So that's the story. We don't have a car currently, so that's also why we like have so much money, because we don't need, at least liquid cash anyway, because we're not putting money towards a car, which if you have the means to, if you have the, like for example, if your car payment is $300 a month, but you live right next to a bus stop and your work is right next to a bus stop, and you have like really decent public transportation where you are, even if it's not free. In some places it is free, so please look into that if you can. But oh my gosh, like how much money we saved year over year, that's really what this is, to be frank with you. It's just because we don't have a car. So please, if there is any way that you guys cannot have a vehicle, or maybe just take, like if you're a 2-car household, like make it 1 car. Oh my gosh, the amount of savings that you would rack up, right? So, and don't be afraid to buy that minivan either. Like if you have kids, like do not buy a Chevy Tahoe, you know what I mean? Like buy the minivan. It will save you a shit ton of money and you'll be able to rack up cash. So anyway, my rant's over there. So we did have money that was going towards the credit card, but I did just want to leave that here for now because our bank accounts are looking weird because we have to pay off cards and all that. So I'm just gonna put the rest of this in the bank. So this is the rest of my paycheck basically. So I originally got paid $1,424 for my paycheck. So this should only be like the rest of that plus the savings that we just buffered for January. So this should be $1,225. So 1,100, 1,200, 1,020. Oh, sorry, 1,225 in the bank right now. Let me just put that back the way that it was. I know some people do like bigger denominations, smaller denominations. I don't remember how I put it. Does it even matter? Oh wait, yeah, I was doing it right. So I had it this way, so I guess I'll just continue to do it with the highest denominator. So that's what we have going right now. Hope you enjoyed my little rant. But I do want to kind of expand this channel in general. The whole point to Starbound Prosperity is to be more spiritual be more intentional with what you put out there, and be more intentional with how you spend your money, because it will come back to you, whether good or bad, right? You have the power in your hand, right? This is the modern day gold. Like, put yourself in the shoes of the person that you're paying. Like, are they worthy of your time? Because really that's what you're paying, right? Like, most people have W-2s, most people own businesses, right? Like, you're giving them your time. Like, make sure it's worth it, you know? And make sure they appreciate it, just like you appreciate their service. So that's what I really truly believe in. I'll go more into depth about this just in future videos, but that's kind of what I want this channel to be, is just a place where people can come and be as you are, and like really be intentional with just where we're putting our money, you know? So that's all I'm really wanting to say. I appreciate you listening to me. All right. See you soon. Okay.